Hi everyone, Matthew here with Chuckles, Roddy just here to talk about some of the new releases that have just arrived in the shop.
We've got 4 things here, but we have many new arrivals every week. So we've recently started doing a weekly newsletter which just lists all the new arrivals across the 3 shops, because there's far too much stuff for us to talk about every single product. So if you don't already get our newsletter, then subscribing to that and ticking all the new arrivals box will get you a weekly list, which is just a list, none of the verbiage. So the first of the 4 whiskies that we've picked out today is the batch 2 of the Living Souls 40-year-old blend, which...
Batch 3.
Oh yeah, batch 3. Where does the time go? I missed batch 2.
No, well, it came and went.
It came and went?
Came and went, yeah.
Alright, so clearly it's very popular because they've done another batch. How did I miss batch 2? It doesn't matter. It's an extremely bargainous 40-year-old blended whiskey, retails for £135. You're going to tell me that price is wrong now, aren't you?
No, 135 is correct. No, you're not always wrong.
Mostly wrong. Retails for £135, and it's got everything you want in extremely old whiskey.
Yeah, and it's been finished in a peated cask, so it's got just a little touch of smoke at the back, and it's very good, and ridiculous price for something that age.
Yeah, just a wee trace of smoke to it. So Matt, whiskey number 2.
So whiskey number 2 is whiskey from Laing. This is their Rock Island 16-year-old. So this has just come out and it is very good. I remember when I first tried the Rock Island, it had this lovely kind of salinity, kind of clean, bright, coastal sort of character. This one certainly has a bit more smoke to it, so it's got a bit more weight, and it's really good. Like, I loved the very first iteration that they brought out many years ago, but this feels like one of the best stuff I've tried in a long time.
And we had a lot of fun as well. So the Rock Island is a blended malt which draws the whiskies from island distilleries, and it calls out some of them on the label, so including malts distilled in Orkney, Arran, Jura and Islay. So we had a lot of fun with no useful end in sight of trying to speculate as to which whiskies they've included more of this time to give it that perhaps more pronounced smoky character. So it was a really interesting whiskey to taste and to sort of to think about. So moving on to whiskey number 3, this is from our pals at Ardnamurchan. So this is the Sauterne cask released peated. I just realised we didn't say the price of the Rock Island, so that's £75. We should have a script or something, Matthew.
Look, we don't need to start being professional at any point.
All right, no script. We're jumping forward to the Ardnamurchan again. So they do a range of, they make peated and unpeated spirit, and then they mix them together in different proportions for different releases and using different kinds of wood. So this particular one, the peated Sauterne, it's got that intense sweetness that comes from the sweet wine barrels, and there's that lovely West Highland smokiness, that kind of earthy smoke that Ardnamurchan's so good at. It's just a lovely. Well, for me, it's a pudding whiskey. Something just to sip at the end of a meal or with a bit of cake or something. And that retails for a very reasonable £67.50. And then
so this is the first time they've done a Sauterne cask with peat, because I think last year's was unpeated, peatless, unpeated, an unpeated,
peatless. All those peatless whiskies. Honestly, I know. Geez, right. I think that term's actually banned by the SWA.
Oh, right.
Peatlessness.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
It's
non-traditional.
Non-traditional. You're not allowed to say that.
So dram number 4 is this Glen Wyvis. This is their latest core release. And they're a distillery that, you know, close to my heart. It's from the town I went to school in, so, you know, I kind of want to see them do well.
Dingwall.
Dingers. And this has just come out, and it's really good. And, you know, we've still got some of their 2018, which was their first release, which I thought was so good when it came out. And, you know, you said your club, Whiskey Club, loved it as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, they're a young distillery. They're still finding their feet, but for their first release to be so bright and vividly fruity in a way that I rarely find in Scotch was just very exciting. You know, they're still growing into themselves, I would say, as a lot of the young distilleries are. But it's exciting to see what's happening there and the liquids that they're producing. Yeah,
very much so. Yeah, I'm hoping this is the start of a new range, kind of regular release from them, because we could do see more from them.
Yeah, they are a very, very small distillery, even by the standard of the new craft distillers. So there's not been perhaps as much whiskey as to allow them to grow themselves in the market. But this one retails for £56. So that's our 4 picks from some of the new recent releases. I think that's us going to wrap up for this one. We don't have a script, so we don't know when to finish.
About now?
Will we stop?
Aye.
All
right. Cheers, folks.
Cheers, folks.
We'll see you soon.